Good morning. How is everyone? I'll let my light code shine on you. How's everybody doing this morning? Yeah, I've been at home in Highbank Park this week, so I'm able to do these lives, which help me every bit as much as they help you, because as usual, it comes down to how much self-care are we giving ourselves. And if we are struggling and times are challenging, or maybe you're just tired and not feeling 100%, maybe anxious, maybe relationships are challenging, maybe you're worried about the future. When we feel contracted, when the cells contract and tighten for whatever reason, there can be hormonal things going on, there can be cosmic energies going on, there can be subconscious responses to things, it can be the body struggling to digest food, it can be dehydration, there can be, morning Craig, there can be loads of different reasons why we go into contraction. Morning Pat. Oh, thank you. But really, they're trying to figure out, why do I feel like this? In Sedona, Healed Oskin always goes, why? Because we're always asking, why? Why is the body doing this? Why do I feel like this? And you've heard me saying this before, we're guessing a lot of the time as to why. And then we guess, and we usually guess something that makes us feel worse. I am feeling like this because they did something to me. I am feeling like this because I have a diagnosis or a prognosis. I am feeling like this because of something that was said to me when I was a child. So we make up stories, and sometimes they might be accurate, but most of the time they're not. They're based on the past. They're based on how we're feeling in this moment. So when, as somebody who has been obsessed and continues to be obsessed about why do we get sick and how can we get well without these toxic treatments, I realise more and more as I learn more. I've been studying this morning since like 6:30 on this new bioresonance machine, and you start to realise even a lot of the concepts that you've been holding just quite simply aren't true. And it takes a big man and a big woman to admit, the things that you've been saying and teaching people, may not be actually accurate. As we unfold and open up to the new, the fifth dimension, what does that mean? What is the difference between third dimension and fifth dimension? It's like flat earth to round earth, from physical matter to energy, from particle to wave. So the belief, this is the way I see it, and I'm only giving you my take on it. We think we're solid, and I think that's a very logical thing to think. I think it's very logical to look out and assume that the earth is flat. But now we're saying, right, actually, when you put these cells under a microscope, we're 99.999999999% space. So what does that mean? Well, the good news about it is that if we are energy in space and we have the power with our mind and with our intention to change the energy in the space, then that makes us all powerful beings. And that has got to be really exciting news. We move from being a kind of heavy, lethargic, apathetic meat suit to being this phenomenally interesting and intelligent mass of energy. And I was listening to Sadhguru this morning. He said, if you give a dog bread to eat, the bread will turn into the dog. If you give us bread to eat, the bread will turn into the human body. So he said, isn't the bread clever? And that makes you stop to think, really, it's the body of the dog or of us that turns the bread into whatever it's turning it into. And so when you think of that level of intelligence that we have nothing to do with, It really means I feel we can let ourselves off the hook, because the body is super, super, super intelligent. Look, it made us. We all started as one cell. So the intelligence that is already there, how could we ever, ever doubt that? And to understand why, my eyes would be this colour, I would have these lines, I would be passionate about health, that I would have 3 children, that I would be born into a family of 6, all of these things. How did all that happen? You can drive yourself crazy trying to work it all out, or you can just go into a place of like beingness where you trust that where you're at right now is intelligent quite beyond belief. And so the letting go, which as you know is my absolute passion, is all about letting go of all the concepts and the labels that you have perceived to be true. And that takes a good set of courage. To be prepared to have been wrong to all the things that you thought you have believed, and to the concepts that you maybe teach even. I'm really aware of that, and especially with nutrition. If you take on a way of eating and you fully believe in it, it'll work. If you fully, consciously, subconsciously and superconsciously believe in it, that makes it a little bit more tricky. So what we believe and what we are following with, passion and commitment and excitement, that's the emotional guidance system saying you're going the right way. And, in our education, we've only been taught about the intellect, and the intellect is to all intents and purposes inherited and, can be taught and repeated and drummed into you. But now when we're starting to understand these different levels of intelligence, the intuition, the heart, the consciousness, the tuning in to the different data streams of information, that's when it all becomes, this whole big world opens up, and it makes us all the same, and but different, because we all have different passions and we all have different purposes, I believe, but that might not even be true. So you have to be open to really dismantling the constructs of the mind. And when you are open to that, then you will be able to let go, and you'll be able to what you find is when you start to really let go of all your concepts and labels, your creativity will absolutely expand. Ideas will come in that your level of consciousness wouldn't have dared to dream about before. So what you can think about creating and achieving in this lifetime and perhaps beyond, who knows, will expand, because it's like the scales. You need to let go of the weight of the habits, the conditioning, the programming, the fear, etc. that you've gathered or been given. We inherit a lot of our stuff. And when we're brave enough to say, do you know what, I'm not carting that around anymore, I'm going to let that go. And remember, if you can always pick it back up again if you don't enjoy the freedom and the peace and the lightness and the relief. It's free will. You can choose what you want to carry around, and you can choose what you want to create. And with the techniques, and I'm doing a weekend next weekend if you want to come along and really dive and delve into this. There's a few places left where you can really let go and let go and let go and let go. And as you become lighter and lighter and lighter, you can then allow your imagination to really, really expand and spiral and twist and turn in the most phenomenal directions. And then you can really tune into the body to see how it's making you feel. And to move out of your comfort zone, you need to think, there needs to be a little element of like, could I possibly do that? Because we limit ourselves. We think for some reason that we're not worthy, we're not capable, we're not lovable, we're not enough. And nothing could be further from the truth. It's just rubbish. And the techniques that I work with you every morning are simply about that, letting go of all your limitation, letting go of all the lovely things that your parents have given you. And I did it myself. I'm embarrassed about the way I used to speak to my kids. And when I was unhappy and I took it out on them, because I had no idea. I was mindless, unconscious idiot. And but what can you do about the past? Well, not very much, really. You can forgive yourself for being unconscious, and you can assume that at some level everything's the way it's meant to be. And you can let go and forgive yourself and talk to your children or to your siblings about how you treated them, and how they treated you. And you can really, dissolve any limitation that has come from being in that family, because that's really, how we've been molded and formed. And maybe you're not being brought up by the people who biologically helped you to be here. But, we're still absorbing, we're coming in with information from our ancestors, whether we know them or not, or whether we've been told about them even or not. And we also have the conditioning that we are exposed to when we come here. And then when we go to school, if we go to school, or our peer groups, etc., our tribe. And all of that obviously happens without us really feeling we've got any choice in the matter. But as you get older, you can obviously change your tribe and create a new tribe, or really embrace the tribe that you have and be honest and open with them. So whatever it is that we are doing, we are moving out of blame, complain, and shame. We have to, because when we're blaming and complaining and shaming others and judging them, guess who gets the chemistry? Guess who gets the stress hormones? Guess who gets the contraction at the cellular level? Us. So when we're blaming and complaining and we're being very righteous about how amazing we are and how wrong others are, our body gets the information that something is dreadfully wrong. And we eject that chemistry into our bodies, and we create a cellular contraction, which causes suffering within our cells and depresses the immune system. Imagine nobody has ever taught you this stuff. The power that you have over your immune system. I was watching Greg Braden this morning. He was talking about the techniques that him and Joe and Bruce use to boost their immune system on a daily basis that allows them to travel the world and inspire and educate others. So that's a big responsibility. And don't get me wrong, I would love if there was a pill that I could take that would do that work for me. But most of us are waking up to the understanding that with this newfound information of the power of the mind, the power of to rewire the brain, the power of the gut biome, comes a responsibility, a huge level of responsibility that puts all back onto us. So let's do some breathing and letting go and a short meditation to really get us into state, to help you let go of all the concepts and labels that you have been holding that are no longer serving you. And to really become aware, let's make our intention around this live to be that we become aware of the false stories that we have created and we've taken on that no longer serve us, that we can see through the words and the concepts, the stories, the labels that we have taken on and we've been given by others and we've created ourselves, so that we start to see what is real, what is our truth, and what is fake. And I think right now, with so much garbage online, you don't know what to believe. Both sides are going crazy trying to be right. And really our job is just to come back, come out the mayhem and into the body, tuning into our heart and really listening to what is right for you, and to break free of the concepts. Whether you take the medicine or refuse the medicine, there's no right or wrong here. There only is what is right for you, and that is different for each one of us depending on our circumstances. So moving out of judgment and fear of others and moving into our hearts. So let's start with the 4-7-8 breath, and we can then move into some coherence breathing, which comes from HeartMath, which is just simply a very even breathing in and out, And I'm going to guide you along that too, so that we can really take the heart into higher vibration, open the heart up. We'll do a little bit of coherent breathing, a little bit of meditation, and then a little bit of letting go, and set ourselves off in a loving state for the weekend. Okay, so 4, 7, 8, in for 4, hold for 7 and out for 8. So you're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, breathing in, hold, and out. And 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 breathe nice and easy. And our collective intention is that we see through the stories, the concepts and the labels that no longer serve us. So now we're going to just breathe in for 5 and out for 5. Really, really simple. But you'll probably find you'll need to be more conscious on the in-breath. But you might feel it's the other way around. Don't let me give you any concepts. Just pay attention. So breathe in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Use the diaphragm in and out. Use the diaphragm in and out. And in and out. And in and out. So this time I want you to do it quieter. And out. Quiet and gentle. In and out. And in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Keep going. In. I want you to think of someone you're truly grateful for. And out. Somebody you love. Unconditionally. And out. Feel your heart open. In and out. feel that love. And in. And out. Really get in there. Feel the unconditional love. And in. And out. Feel your heart open like a flower. And in. And out. And in. Think of that person, how much you love them. And out. Okay. And just some nice, free, easy breathing. And think about how you feel. How you quite simply took control of the breathing consciously and took your mind, your powerful imagination, to think about somebody that you unconditionally love. So guess what information every cell in your body has just had? Unconditional love, literally vibrating through every cell. Now, if you don't do any of these exercises, you might struggle a little bit at first. That's completely normal. It's normal not to be brilliant at stuff the first time you try it, or the second time. It takes practice, patience, and repetition. I think it's such a simple concept to think about the things that you love, to think about the best case scenario for you, instead of thinking about all the things you're terrified about and the worst case scenario. It's quite obvious, isn't it? But most of us, our survival mechanism takes us to the worst case scenario, and we can find it very difficult to get out of there. So this is a very conscious process to take us to the best case scenario. Absolutely. The possibility in the field that is the best case scenario for you. There is a potential there. It's all just energy. We decide where to look with our hearts and our minds and our intention and our attention and our imagination. So let's do the bellow breath. For those of you who have not done it before, it's quite simple. You use the belly like a bellow. So you're breathing in, the diaphragm comes out as you breathe in, and in as you breathe out. Pull the belly right back to your spine, in and out. In and out. Okay, so you're bellowing the belly in and out as if you're pumping like this. Now, you'll start to feel a bit lightheaded. It's completely normal. Please listen to your own body. If you have any health conditions and it feels too much, stop. But if you're completely as healthy as you can be on this planet, then join in with me. We'll just do it for a couple of minutes at the most, and then we're going to go straight into a meditation. Okay, so breathing in. Move that belly. In and out. Diaphragm in and out. In with the light. Out with the old. In with the divine. Out with the dark. In with expansion. Out with resistance. In with the good. Out with the bad. In with the light. Out with the dark. In with the future. Out with the past. In with possibility. Out with limitation. Just follow my breathing. And if it gets too fast for you, just do your own time. There is no competition here. You breathe in and out at your pace. All the way in, all the way out, all the way in, and all the way out with a sound. All the way in, all the way out, and hold your breath. Hold it and observe the change in chemistry, the change in energy. Hold it. Observe the intelligence and the healing and the resetting happen inside your cells. If you need to take a breath in and out and hold again, do that. And all the way in. Fill the belly and squeeze that energy. Pull the pelvic floor muscles, pull the abdominals, pull the energy into your pineal gland. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. And let it go. Let go. Let go of everything that no longer serves you. Feel the energy. Feel the massive relief as you let go and let the intelligence do its due. And just go into some nice free breathing. Let go. Let go. You may feel tingling in your hands and your face. Just observe, there's no right or wrong here. Just let go of all your concepts. Rewiring the brain for greater levels of joy, peace, and just beingness. Keep your eyes closed and really tune in to the cells as you make a conscious and clear intention to let go of anything and everything that no longer serves you. All self-doubt that you're not enough or you're not worthy, let that go now. And letting go any concepts and labels you've been holding on to that are holding you back. Let that go now too. And letting go of any wanting to be right, just for now. Let go of all wanting to be right. It's a huge anchor for keeping you in the past. So just let it go. And let go of all wishing it was different and wishing other people were different. Let all of that go. Set it free. And allow yourselves to expand in a state of unconditional love as you feel the body get lighter and you allow the body to get lighter and lighter. As you expand and allow yourself to float. Feel yourself floating in the room that you're in. Weightless. More wave than particle. Pure energy, pure awareness. And allow yourself to just gently rise up and move up above your house, out into the fresh air. And allow yourself to gently float up, 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 and out above whatever country you're in. Floating above and looking down at our beautiful planet, our magnificent Mama, Pachamama, Goddess Sophia, planet Earth. Look at her in the distance as you rise up, up, up. Feel the love in your heart for our home, our current home, planet Earth. And send it love and healing, that we wake up and treat her with the reverence for life and harmony for all. Gratitude for the life that she's managed to sustain despite humans. And as we hold planet Earth in our hearts and beam this unconditional love frequency through every cell in our bodies and out to every cell on this magnificent planet, and we see the new Earth living in harmony with each other and all sentient beings on Mother Earth. As we beam this unconditional love out into the field of possibilities. And then as we gently come back down into the room and we give thanks for the healing. and the energies and our ability to be part of the shift in consciousness, where unconditional love can be a choice. No matter how hard that may seem, it's a possibility in the field, a potential in the field. And as we come back into the body, as we've raised our own vibration to pure potential, and any doubt that we have the power, we just welcome it and release that now. Any feelings of limitation, that we are not good enough, or powerful enough, or rich enough, or whatever it is enough. Welcome all the limitation and just let it go. Allow it to dissolve. And see yourself exactly how you would love it to be, your heart's desire, your health, your wealth, your relationships, the highest version of you. When you let go of the concepts and the hurts and the betrayals and the traumas, let it all go and create the new body, free from the past. See yourself vital, alive, creative, joyful, rich, in love, harmonious, whatever it is. There's no limitation here. Your imagination. Seek and ye shall find. Allow yourself, dare to dream. Let go of all the BS you've been given by well-meaning others. And feel the body now. What's there? What is there in this moment? How do you feel? Again, no judgment, just awareness. Awareness of the spirit, the eternal spirit that you are. And just take it back to the breath. And let me know how you feel. And if you've got any questions, I am happy to answer them for you. And again, if you're not used to meditating or breathing or taking your mind out to the potentials for you, it can feel uncomfortable. It can feel as if you didn't do it right. That's completely normal too, because we're normally so good at bringing ourselves down. Great, Pat, thank you. And breaking the habit. Joe Dispenza's got a brilliant book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Thanks, Craig. It takes practice to see yourself as limitless. It takes practice and courage to let go of all the limitations and the concepts and labels you've been given. We want to hold on to what we believe is true. That's completely normal. So just opening your mind to the possibility that things are way more magnificent than you ever dared to dream. What if you had the power to completely heal any disease, no matter what prognosis you've been given by well-meaning others? What if you could be, have, be, see, do anything that your heart truly desires? What if? Great, Laura, thank you. What if you could meet your soulmate and live in a state of harmony and joy and grow together with somebody? What if you could mend and harmonise any toxic relationships that you have that are bringing you down? What if? What would it take for me to believe I am unlimited? How does it get better than this? So honestly, open the mind, creak the mind open to the potential. Thank you, Laura. Open up to the possibility that perhaps you have way more potential than you have allowed yourself and allowed others to help you believe. This is an exciting time to be alive, but it is also, you can't have that phenomenally exciting time without all the turmoil and the confusion and the overwhelm. They go together. We have the polarities, and I don't know about you, but I've certainly been swinging from one to the other. And the constant daily challenge is to keep our mind in the best case scenario, to fill ourselves with unconditional love when we feel judgment and resistance. That's all. And we do that by doing these simple exercises and by getting together with like-minded others that can help and support us. Well, we're never designed to do this alone. Never. We're an interdependent social species who need other human beings. And I think this lockdown has shown us that. What happens when you're left alone in your home with your own thoughts? It doesn't work out well for a lot of us. So and we can do it online. We can support like this. We can support each other online. So please like, share, spread the word about Heal Scotland. The website is going live really soon. I'm so excited. We can get this information out to those who are ready and perhaps those who have never understood or realised how powerful they are. Huge, huge love. Have a wonderful weekend and I'll chat to you all soon. Ciao.